Welcome back. All right, so we've got 13 games on Saturday in the National Hockey League. Of course, I'm recording this Friday night because they start early in the morning. And once the games have started, the previews, nobody watches. So here we are, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. We got two games getting started. The Minnesota Wild in against Boston. This is the first of two meetings. They'll meet again on March 18th in Minnesota. This is going to be an interesting one because Minnesota coming off their first win of the season. They're 1-3 on the season. Boston 4-1. I think they kind of were lucky to come up with 2 points against Anaheim. We'll see how this turns out. Focusing on goaltending numbers, Fleury with an .813 save percentage. Really needs to improve that. Gustafsson with an .860. Ullmark, .938 is his save percentage. Swayman, .816. If I'm giving an advantage with goaltending, it's an advantage to Boston with Ullmark. Probably an advantage to Minnesota if it's Swayman. 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific start time between San Jose and the New Jersey Devils. This is the first of two meetings. They'll meet in San Jose on January 16th. San Jose coming off their first win of the season. They're 1-5. New Jersey 2-2. They've evened up their record. Reimer, .918 save percentage. He's over 100 points ahead of Kakkonen, who has an .814 save percentage. On the New Jersey side, Blackwood, .885 save percentage. Vanacek with a .773 save percentage. Of the four goaltenders, I think Reimer's had the best start. That being said, Blackwood's played well too. I think it's kind of a saw-off and net between these two teams as long as Blackwood can keep up the momentum from the last win. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go with this one tomorrow. Two teams not expected to really be in the playoffs. And for San Jose, they're trying to dig their way out of the 0-5 start that they got off to. So we'll see if they can do so. Then we jump forward 3 hours at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. The first of two meetings this year between Arizona and the Ottawa Senators. They will meet again on January 12th in Arizona. The Coyotes are 1-3 on the season. Ottawa's evened the record at 2-2. And I was going to wear Ottawa for this preview, and I thought, well, that seems kind of obvious, doesn't it? That's kind of the easy way to go, so I'll take a bit of a risk here. We'll get to that one and why. But on the Arizona side, Vejmelka with an .894 save percentage. Ingram got lit up by Montreal, so he has an .828 save percentage. On the Ottawa side, Forsberg's played every game. .903 save percentage. Hellberg was in the starting crease for today. And so that would indicate that he is going to be the starter. This will be his first game of the season, and against Arizona as well. So it'll be interesting to see how Hellberg plays in the event that he is the starting goaltender. At the same time, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, the Edmonton Oilers at home against St. Louis. So if you're wanting to watch some Canadian teams, there's two of them that'll be done early tomorrow. This should be quite the battle. The Edmonton Oilers needing to, get above 500 and get things going. And for St. Louis, one of the few undefeated teams left. They want to keep that going. They've only played 2 games, keeping that in mind. First of 3 meetings, they'll meet again on October 26th and December 15th. The St. Louis Blues are 2-0. Binnington's played both games, .917 save percentage, so maybe you play Grace here, right? On the Edmonton side, and the goaltending advantage I would give to Ottawa right now, although with Hellberg, it's kind of up in the air. Now, on the goaltending side for the 2-2 Oilers, you've got Campbell at .874, Skinner at .944, but Binnington's been the best of the three. I'm going to say a very small edge to St. Louis if it's Binnington, but it's not as much of an edge, I think, as the numbers might tell you. Even if it is Campbell, I think Campbell's going to come back from a slow start. Then at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, so we fast forward 3 hours, and we've got Dallas in against the Montreal Canadiens. This is the first of two meetings. They'll meet again on December 23rd, that one in Dallas. 3-0-1 is the record for the Dallas Stars. Montreal is a surprising 3-2, and they're proving to be a very tough team to beat. However, the numbers for Dallas's goaltenders are ridiculous. Ottinger, .966 save percentage. Wedgwood at .930. But Montreal's goaltenders have been good as well. So while I'm giving an edge to Dallas, it's not by as much as you might think. Allen has a .938 save percentage. Montembeault has a .912. So we'll see what Dallas can do. Of course, Dallas looking for more goals. Their attack didn't look that great against Toronto. They want to bounce back and get the win over Montreal and remain undefeated in regulation and hoping their record's 4-0-1 after tomorrow. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific start time between the LA Kings and the Washington Capitals. First of two meetings. They'll meet again on March 6th. The LA Kings are 3-3. The Capitals are surprising 2-3, so they are below 500. The Kings, their goaltending numbers, not as good as you would hope. Quick, .892 save percentage. Peterson, .842 save percentage. And I already stumbled on a couple of conversations amongst Kings fans about what do you think we could get for Peterson? What kind of sweetener could we have to add? I did get a chuckle out of the trying to trade him for Demko thread. I thought that was downright funny as a Canuck fan. Then the Washington Capitals on their side with goaltending Kemper, 902 save percentage. Lindgren, 923. I'm going to say that the edge and goal, it goes to Washington in this one. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific start time between the New York Islanders and the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is the first of three meetings. They don't meet again until April, though. They meet on the 1st and the 6th of April, right near the end of the season. So for the Islanders, they're 2-2. They're trying to get above 500, coming off of a really tough game against New Jersey. Tampa Bay, 2-3, coming off of an emotional win over Florida. We'll see if those emotions carry over into this one. Sorokin, 935 save percentage. Varlamov, 929 save percentage. On the other side, Vasilevsky, 922, and Elliott, 896. I'm going to give an edge, though, in goal to the Islanders because it'll probably be Elliott. It's the second half of a back-to-back. And it doesn't matter if it's Sorokin or Varlamov. I would put them ahead of Elliott. If it was Vasilevsky and Sorokin, the best is just the fact that we as fans could watch. They're two of the best goaltenders in the league. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start time between Pittsburgh and Columbus. This is the first of 4 meetings. They'll meet again on December 6th, March 7th, and April 13th, so they're nicely spread out throughout the season. Pittsburgh's 3-0-1 on the year. Jari has a 952 save percentage. DeSmith has a 923. So remarkable starts for them. On the other side, you've got Columbus at 2-3. Merzlikins, 872 save percentage, but he is improving it. Tarasov, an 890 save percentage. So the edge and goal goes to the Pittsburgh Penguins, but Columbus has had those come from behind wins, just like every team that wins in the league does, because a 2-goal lead is just death now. That's just it. That's it. I swear, at some point, there's going to be a team that gets 2-0 lead, and as soon as they get the 2-0 lead, their coach is going to call a timeout and ream them out and say, I told you, two-goal leads are terrible. Now we're going to lose. Go think about what you did. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start time between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Winnipeg Jets. This is the first of 2 meetings, of course. They'll meet again January 19th in Toronto. The Leafs 3-2. They're coming off an impressive win over Dallas. For Winnipeg, they're 2-2. They're coming off of a loss against Vegas, but that followed a win over Colorado. So we'll see which team shows up tomorrow. Samsonov has a 927 save percentage. There's that bounce back. Getting Murray and Samsonov, odds are one of them was going to have a bounce back, so it proves to be a smart move. Shalgren, the backup, 833 save percentage. Hellebuck at the other end, 922 save percentage. Riddick in his one appearance, 871 save percentage. So yeah, Hellebuck versus Samsonov, and I'm down. This should be a very fun game. And there's just the 5 games starting at 7 Eastern, so it's going to be easier for me to follow than Thursday's mess was. Honestly, the really busy games during the week are worse than Saturday's. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific start time between Philadelphia and the Nashville Predators. So I'm wearing Nashville because they have to beat a team that's not San Jose, right? They've got 2 wins, both of them over San Jose to start the season. The next meeting between these teams will be February 11th. That'll be in Philadelphia. Philadelphia's 3-1. Nashville's 2-3-1. So I'm definitely taking a risk wearing Nashville. But Philadelphia at 3-1. Hart, 943 save percentage. Sandstrom, 889 in his appearance. Saros, 897 save percentage for him. Lankinen, 919 save percentage. Honestly, Hart is off to a really good start to the season. I'm kind of giving Philadelphia an advantage here. Advantage Hellebuck for the Jets. So I will say an advantage for the Jets in that. Because it's fun to have something I'm doing in each preview that's a little different. So I'm just giving you guys the goaltend numbers and saying, I think the advantage is here. So in this one, I'm going to give the advantage to Carter Hart, but an acknowledgement that of the 2 tandems, it's a better tandem with Nashville. All right. Then at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, so we don't have a whole bunch of games in between. So again, that should make it easier for me tomorrow. We have 3 games starting at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, starting with Buffalo in against Vancouver, the 1970 expansion. Let's get this thing going. The next meeting between these teams will be in Buffalo on November 15th, so not that far from now. For Buffalo, they're 3-1 on the season, off to a very good start. To the surprise of some, Vancouver 0-3-2, terrible start. Again, to the surprise of some, there are those that called it. Comrie, .930 save percentage so far. He's been remarkable. Anderson, .972 save percentage in his appearances. Doesn't matter who they go with. Both goalies are playing really well. Demko, .861 save percentage. Not playing like Demko from last year yet. Martin, .879 save percentage. And just the one appearance for him. And again, with Demko, he got off to a kind of a slow start last year too. His numbers got better in the second half of the season. They cannot afford to keep losing like this. Vancouver desperately needs this win, and it is their home opener. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific start time between Carolina and the Calgary Flames. This is the first of two meetings. They'll meet again on November 26th in Carolina. Carolina's 3-1, so are Calgary. So this should be a really good matchup. Anderson, .920 save percentage. Ronta, .947 save percentage. Really, you want me to tell you which goaltenders I prefer? It's obviously Buffalo, between Buffalo and Vancouver. Okay, we're going to move on. Ronta, .947 save percentage in his appearance so far this year. On the other side, you've got Markstrom at .862 and Vladar at .896. I'm going to give the edge to Carolina in this one. Not that much of an edge because Anderson, I didn't think, had a great game against Edmonton. And so it's close. This could be a game that ends up being 5-4, 6-5, and just as easily could be a 1-0 shutout for one or the other. It really depends on the start. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific start time between Colorado and Vancouver. I would be terrible at telling you whether or not to bet the over or the under, which is why you never hear it from me. It could be the over unless they score less goals and then take the under. Done. Okay. So first of three meetings between Colorado and Vegas. Now, Colorado coming off of a tough loss tonight. We'll see how they bounce back. They meet again on January 2nd and February 27th. For Colorado, a very un-Colorado-like record of 2-2-1. But remember, they started slow last year, too. Georgiev, .893 save percentage. Francouz, .877 save percentage. The goaltending has not been good enough for Colorado yet. On the other side, for the 4-1 Vegas Golden Knights, goaltending's been fantastic. Logan Thompson, .938 save percentage. Aiden Hill, .934 save percentage. And now Thompson's one of the top three favorites to end up winning Calder this year, and it wouldn't surprise me if he did, because he's going to get a lot of wins. He's going to get a lot of attention for Vegas, and if they can maintain that start, Vegas is going to have a very good season. So there you go. Let me know your winners in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Yeah, no, of course I'm giving Vegas the edge in net. Guys, keep talking to your screens. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. If you haven't already hit like and subscribe, please do. Almost up to the next 1,000 already. So thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.